algebra, anatomy, astronomy, biology, chemistry, geology.
Yeah, where they tried to explain science with magic and magic with science, and it all just fell flat.
Yeah. So as you were saying, apparently dragons burn everything, so they have to sleep on metal. However, not just any metal will do, but soft metal.
Well,
like
no, that actually
silver,
makes a little bit more sense.
Platinum and gold.
Gold makes sense because gold is the softest of the precious metals comparatively to silver or platinum. Mm-hmm. So I can understand, okay, fine, dragons need a soft metal to sleep on. That's one thing.
Even still, like, gold also has the lowest melting point.
Which, then, of course, is another thing that they mentioned. Dragons burn regular bedding, so they need gold to sleep on.
Why not just get a pile of dirt and make yourself a stone bed, fired clay bed?
Yeah. But besides just that, milk cures ulcers.
Oh, wait, milk. Magic milk cures ulcers.
Yes, because the scientists said, oh yeah, the only thing that helped the ulcer is milk.
No.
The ulcer is gone!
Lactic acid. Let's throw lactic acid into acid and make it not acid. We have dragons fly, which we already discussed.
Yeah, they fill themselves as like self-inflating, explosive whoopee cushion.
Yeah.
Using hydrochloric acid and limestone.
So, with all this being said,
By the way, every time a dragon descends, they are exhaling fire. Like that spark plate on their face has to be activated when they burp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Because people don't think ahead.
No, because that actually is a little bit more logical. It was because they can't shut it off or turn it on. It's just a constant spark going across their palate.
No!
No, because that'd make it a fucking pilot light.
It is!
That's like the running gag for the first arc of the thing is turn your fucking head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They express once that they do a great job of show don't tell at the top where industry cannot be phased by magic because Lime Julo has a spell fizzle out in the face of a water wheel that just cold cocked a goose and 4 fairies. None of them thought fly away. So of course, who's at fault here? The water wheel. So the guy tries to say, I summoned a blue ball of magic.
Erectile dysfunction.
That is the first time my brain connected blue ball and erectile dysfunction this entire time.
Took you that long.
It took me that long. I'm drunk.
That was the original joke I went for when I wasn't drunk.
Yeah.
Throws it at the thing and it just goes kaplunk.
Which we already had gone over that too,
Yeah.
actually. We have gone over that in the animation. So I think literally the only thing we have gone over in the Magic of Science is the final battle.
Yeah.
The final battle. So everyone's dead. We talked about nose flute, nipple man, Botox, Gorbash, in Dick Nose.
Everybody are just fucking dead.
They're just dead. And
the dragons are having a nap because nose fluted them asleep.
Oh my god,
James
that
Earl
was
Jones,
the stupidest thing too. It's like, so how are we going to stop these dragons from attacking us? I know, let's knock them out of the sky from 2,000 feet up.
in true DM Munchkin form of a Munchkin-style DM, and everyone's had one.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
James Earl Jones comes out and goes, ha 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 ha, I am victorious.
I could just see the player at the table who is playing Peter Bash going, wait a second, dragons are asleep, right? Yeah. But not the human. Humans weren't put to sleep by the flute, right?
Yeah.
I'm a human in a dragon's skull.
Yeah.
Then I'm not asleep.
Yeah, but the vessel you're in is asleep.
2 objects cannot occupy the same space at the same time. I step out of the dragon's skull.
Thunk. Actually, what happens?
Yeah.
Actual train of logic.
Oh my god.
Like, two bodies cannot occupy the same space at the same time. So suddenly Peter just steps out of this dragon's skull because he thought it was a good idea.
And so,
what's the problem with this movie? Somebody thought.
No, they didn't think enough.
we go into now James Earl Jones being really pissed off.
You know what? I will accept that the stream of conscious from two bodies cannot occupy the same space at the same time, leading to Peter stepping out, because that is scientific, just law in a certain sense.
Yeah.
And then it's just applied with magic.
And it nullifies the magical effect that made him occupy Gordash.
Which brings the question, why the fuck didn't he do this from the start?
He didn't think about it.
Right. You can only do things that you're cognizant about. That's how magic works.
Yeah. So...
Whereas physics work no matter what you're thinking about.
Exactly.
So
But we're in the realm of magic, and we're fighting it with science.
Anyway, the best part is then, because as a true munchkinning DM, James Earl Jones gets mad. And becomes Hydra Mama Vagina.
Oh my god. And the worst part is the position of his goddamn head.
Which has a hood on it.
And it's just a giant clitoris.
So he's a giant vagina bent over backwards.
Yes.
Yeah, with like
so which
6
means
penises.
in order for him to... So he's a Aphrodite vagina.
Yes.
Which means anything that's going to have to take him is fucking taking him doggy style.
Which, by the way, is the only reason he inseminated himself to make his Hydra baby.
Nope. Grandpa needs to take a nap.
We're
almost done here.
We have 2 more parts left. This and then one other. And
Fuck.
So he's getting more and more angry, and then figuring out that, well, I already destroyed one thing with logic in science. Why don't I, Peter, the scientist who worked in the acid lab, mention another thing about science?
Yes, the controlling of the sun.
Like, that was
because
good.
the sun was 8 minutes ago, and it enrages the guy.
Yeah,
And I could just see these 2 guys at a table where every other player at the table is just sitting back going, what the fuck is going on? These 2 guys are like, what can you... The GM's screaming, what can you say about divination, necromancy, evocation, conjuration? I can explain it all away with, physics and...
But it's even worse than that. It's even worse than that because James Earl Jones goes, look, I am Oberon, I am this, I am that. I will the sun to move. No, you don't. Any schoolboy knows it takes 8.5 minutes for the
light of the sun to reach the earth.
And he's like, ah! And
all he needed was a fucking douche flute.
Yeah. And as soon as he hears about the thing about the sun, one of James Earl Jones' penis heads explodes.
Nope.
No, you're sticking around until the end, motherfucker. We gotta finish this as a group.
Let him get a drink. Let him get a drink at least. Let him get a drink for this one. So they keep exploding.
Then he just starts spewing science as incantations.
Science facts, though. Science facts. We have to get
Not just facts.
No,
starts
with the facts. The first one is facts.
He starts with the facts, and then he just starts screaming the names of the different branches of science.
And the whole time, James Earl Jones is saying there's like, ghouls, goblins, witches, trolls.
Oh, God.
No!
Die.
So bad.
And then he just turns into dust and blows away.
Leaving his crown behind.
He just becomes dust.
He just crumbles.
And so then,
Beef crumbles.
for some reason, after he dies, the whole land turns into Tolkien's retirement home.
Yeah!
Because
he was the only one against it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then they have a moment
where fucking the house spins out of nowhere and lands on Peter.
And then Zeldu comes out and is like, I found this, Daddy. It's the crown
that Peter was holding inside the spot where it fucking landed. So obviously he's dead.
No, he's not dead. He refuted magic entirely.
Oh my god.
But not until after he fucking sleeping beautied Princess Leia
without his glasses.
Yeah. Without his glasses. And pocketed the fucking shield.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab the shield and say, okay, I don't believe in magic anymore. Poop!
This is gold as shit, though.
This is where we get, though, to our final point.
Look! Another of your creations come to life.
And the finishing scene in Logan Lopan's pawn shop.
So, he's still talking about money with Logan Lopan. Because they just had to, like, their conversation ended, and then they go right back as if nothing happened.
What happens is time resumes exactly at the moment where he was going to roll the dice. He somehow remembers from, like, 3 weeks ago what he was going to say, picks up the dice and rolls them.
Yeah, and he just...
He was in mid-roll when he came back.
Oh.
And he just acts like nothing happened.
Yeah.
You're gone for 3 weeks. Oh, nothing happened. Whatever. I'm just playing D&D.
Yeah.
I just had a 3-week hallucination in about 5 seconds.
And
man, I really regret being part of that program now.
Being part of that acid lab.
So he goes, so I know you can't give me the money, but what about this? And hands him the shield.
Yeah. Shit, yeah, that's going to sell for a lot. I got a buddy named Dave. And so he says, you can live off this for fucking decades. You can, like, go on cruises or whatever. He's like, no, I just want a cabin in the middle of the woods, away from everyone.
Not just a cabin in the woods away from everyone. He's like, a cabin I once knew. Which was referring to his waifu's house.
Yes, and then
in the middle of Tolkien's afterlife, the retirement home for magic.
Hang on, but here's the best part. In walks a 7-foot-tall schoolgirl with blonde hair down to her ankles and says, oh, I have this to sell, and pulls out the fucking Crimson King's crown.
And you realize it's Zeldu.
Yeah.
Mostly because when you get a face shot, you can see the buns curled up underneath the flowing locks.
Yeah.
Which apparently she used up the last of her dad's magic to send her to Boston.
Of all fucking places.
Oh my god.
Oh god, what a shit show.
I can't wait to watch that again.
You have fun with that.
Yeah, you do you, buddy.
You have anything to add?
You a dead man.
I have one thing to add, though.
What?
One good thing to add. Next time we get to see my favorite movie of all time. Where Chowder fights Slumdog Millionaire in the island of the little people.
That's our next movie.
Oh, god damn it.
If any of you know this movie,
shut up.
Ted Danson?
Ted Danson.
Ted Danson.
Please. Don't spoil the surprise.
Bye.
We'll see you next time. Next time it's his turn to choose something that we're going to riff about. He's going to punish us for this. For Legend of Kyrandia and this movie, oh my god, we're in for hell. Say something, your head's censored. Like, please support us. We can't even afford this fucker a face.
We're trying.
Don't look behind the curtain.
Okay.
I'm gonna go grab the curtain!